What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sasha P back at it again, bringing you real gardening, good food, and entertainment. Y'all, it's May and it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And so I figured I would put out some content this month because it is a subject that is near and dear to my heart. I want to talk about childbirth and some of the ugly truths about childbirth that somebody needs to hear. First off, let me just say this. I am a mother of three, a proud mother of three, okay? And my first two babies were back to back. I think as young women, we need someone to tell us the real nitty gritty about it all. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to sound negative in any way, and I just want to put that out there, but I feel like I needed someone to tell me some of these things, and I don't want my daughter to hear any of these things from anywhere else. She's gonna hear it directly from me. So some of the just ugly truths about it. Number one, you could die from giving birth. And many women have died giving birth. All right. And many women have lost babies as well during the childbirth phase or miscarriage. If you don't have children right now, just know it's the best job on the planet. I love being a mother. I love my children. But there were some things that I went through that I don't wish on nobody. But the fact of the matter is, every single birth is different. Every single time you give birth, it's going to be a different experience. And for me, I never took an epidural. So I felt all that pain. So, giving birth, you could possibly die giving birth. I want you to just know that. It hurts really bad. The pain is something that you really can't explain. But when those contractions hit you, it's gonna hurt. Your body is never going to be the same. After you give birth, you feel like you've been hit by a truck. And that's how my doctor explained it to me, because the day after I gave birth, I just felt like I couldn't even move. I was stiff. All of my muscles was aching. I was super sore. I was super tired. I was exhausted. Yes, ma'am, you're going to be super tired. You're going to need a lot of support. You're going to need your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, of course, the father of your child. But let me tell you this. Even though you have the father of your child there, some do, some don't. You still need a woman who has been through childbirth to come and support you. I don't care what nobody talking about. You need somebody to come and be there for you, that has been down that path, that has given birth before. Because I feel like if you haven't been down that road, ain't much you can say to me. Your boobs are going to change drastically, okay? Especially if you breastfeed. Them things might be down to the floor by the time you're done. So, look at your boobs, look at your tummy, look at your vajayjay, look at everything. Because there's a chance that it may not look the same after that. I'm just keeping it real with you. When your milk starts to come in, your boobs are going to swell. You're going to feel it. Your boobs will become engorged and super hard, especially if you're nursing regularly. You're going to feel that. Your boobs are going to be like super big. My boobs were really big, but they went away. You may experience morning sickness. Some people don't have morning sickness, but I had it all 3 times. I lost a lot of weight because I couldn't keep anything down. I had this really weird taste in my mouth all the time and just was gagging. Certain smells I just couldn't take. I just want to get you ready for this process, okay? Sometimes you're going to be craving stuff and life just ain't going to be right until you get it. Sometimes you're going to be craving stuff and you're going to eat it and it's going to come right back up. You're going to need to get plenty of rest because after all, you're growing a baby. But in my case, at the end of my pregnancies, I had really bad back pain. Let's talk about problems that come up when you have when you're pregnant. So when I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes. That's one problem. Let's talk about some of the things that can happen just by getting pregnant. Your blood sugar changes. Some people get high blood pressure. Some people get heart problems after giving birth, before they give birth. Sometimes you will come up with some illnesses when you're with child or after you have the child. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. And I just want to speak to somebody today because I feel like a lot of these little things nobody told me, but I'm going to tell y'all because that's just how I get down. Let's talk about sleep deprivation. After the baby's going to be waking up every hour on an hour to eat. Sometimes, multiple times. The milk is going to be coming in. You're going to have to pump. Your body is not your own anymore, okay? You're going to have to get up all in the middle of the night. Ain't no sleep, so you might as well just don't even worry about it. Ain't no sleep. And me, even though my mom was there, and at the time I was married, so I had, people there, but I still couldn't sleep because it was like I was always paranoid about my kid. Is he breathing? Is she breathing? Sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, all that type of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that you start thinking about. Mentally, as a mom, your mental health changes because you're always going to be thinking about your kids. So before you have kids, just know you may experience separation anxiety. I can't even tell y'all, when my first kid went to daycare, I was a wreck all day. And weeks into it, I could not I wanted to go up there and just sit in his classroom. Separation anxiety. Please know that that's a thing. Don't let nobody tell you different. One day you might be away from your kid and you might just start crying. It's something about being away from your child. It's so many things and so many layers that come with parenthood, motherhood, childbirth. It's all, and also, I've read in many places that Black women, have the highest rate of death during childbirth. I don't know the percentages or nothing like that, but we have to be educated on this. What else? Then there's after the birth. When you're trying to get yourself back together, trying to get yourself back dolled up and looking good. You're not going to feel like it. You're not going to feel like it. But you have to find some balance and try your best to look your best. Okay? Now, that first 6 weeks is going to be hell probably. Don't even worry about it. But, as the child gets bigger, I feel like I really didn't get back to trying to get cutesy until my child was like 1 or 2 years old. Really 2, to be honest. I was really down. Okay? Postpartum depression, that's another thing. You just get to feel it. They call it baby blues. Baby blues, my ass. It's postpartum depression. Women have committed suicide because of it. They've killed their children because of it, because they don't know what's going on inside. They don't have anybody to talk to. Things like that. It's just so many factors to it. So the ugly truth about childbirth and just being a parent in general, you got to take care of your mental health, because if you don't, then it can get the best of you. I'm pretty sure I left some things out because, like I said, every mother is different. Every childbirth is different. I didn't do the epidural, like I said. So I've also heard that women who have gotten those epidurals have lifetime back problems because of whatever it is that they put in the epidural. And because my back was already doing the most, I decided not to do it. And when I tell you that doctor kept on coming in, the anesthesiologist, she kept on coming in trying to get me to do the epidural, and I was like, no ma'am, you're probably not going to want to get any for a while. Your sex drive may go down or it may go up, who knows. If anybody needs me to talk about any one subject in more detail, if I've been there, I will definitely share that experience with you. I might have left some things out. Is there anything y'all want me to talk about? Leave it in the comments below. I have no issues sharing, y'all. I have no issues sharing whatsoever. That's all I can think of right now. The ugly truth about childbirth, well, it's a lot to it. It's the greatest job in the world, but it's also very risky, you know? So that's it. Take a look at the garden behind me. Looking lovely, looking luscious. And I'm going to enjoy it and get on with my children. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.